have a light to shine, hiding somewhere in our hearts. Man and woman alike can bring new life to the dark. Can you hear him calling in the name of truth? He says, stir into flame my gift in you. We are the light to shine. We will set the world on fire with color and love, gifts from the sun. We will burn so bright, sharing goodness and life. We are the light. 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 We are the light.
Good morning. Today the readings that we had in the liturgy has invited us to look at our faith, and as we have heard in the gospel, to increase our faith. But how do we keep our faith alive? This is probably the question we have in all our hearts. And I think we have in the second letter, or the second reading, a letter from St. Paul, who writes to his big friend Timothy. And so he talks to him on that he should keep alive that faith that he has within him.
So why did you choose the theme to stir into flame the gift of God within you?
Sometimes I believe that in our lives we sort of get into the routine of the faith, and we sort of become a little bit cold in that faith, or we cool down, we become dim. Our light is not as shining as bright as we should, and so I would like that it would be rekindled. And I think as a family, you could tell us a little bit how we do it. Today we have with us Michael and Elizabeth Rabinski from Kinistino and their children, and they're going to help us to journey through this theme of the gift of faith, the gift of light, the gift of the flame of the love of God that's in us. So this is what we will try to encounter or try to express through their different witnesses. So Michael and Elizabeth, you're here with your children. How have you transmitted, how are you transmitting the faith to your children, and how have you done it since the beginning of your marriage life?
I'm sure that like many other parents that I did what my parents did. They took us to St. Helen's Church outside of Melfort. We, on a Sunday basis, they encouraged us to say prayers in the morning, before mealtime, at bedtime, to go to God in need and to thank God when we felt that things were working out well. And we encouraged our children to do that as well.
We tried to build a foundation of faith for our children so that they would be grateful for that which went well in our lives and have something to rely on and draw strength from when things did not go well. Church was never an option when we were raising our family. It was something that we did together, and that was very, very important to all of us. And I do remember as a parent worrying that maybe my children wouldn't carry that faith practice forward in their adult lives. But as each one left the coop, I was very happy to see that they did attend church and further their religious education and personal pursuit, and I no longer really feel I have to worry.
So what do you think you really gave them that they wanted to continue to live out their faith?
Practice and foundation,
And
just
encouragement to include God in their lives.
Okay.
the assurance that it was solid and real.
That's very good. And so it is through the witness of the way of living your faith that you are transmitting it to your children by teaching, but especially by teaching through their example. What part of faith did you receive from your parents as a young man here? How do you see your faith that your parents have given to you?
We were raised knowing the importance of Mass every week and praying before meals and at bedtime and such. And they just gave us the building blocks so that we could expand our faith, and we wouldn't have any faith without them, really. They taught us everything we know.
What is the important thing of your faith? What is the most important thing that you find in your faith today?
Just feeling that connection with God. Like if I fall away from prayer or I miss Mass, sometimes I don't feel as strong of a connection, and I'm happier when I'm praying, going to church, when I really feel that faith.
Very good. I forgot at the beginning to introduce them. They will introduce themselves. So we'll continue. We'll start with the parents, and then we'll go to the children, and we'll end off with the new married couple here.
Mike Verbinski.
Elizabeth Verbinski.
Cassandra Rabinsky.
I'm Brett.
I'm Ed Vallis. I married Raisa Rubinsky.
And I'm now Raisa Vallis.
Very good. Now, I understand that you had a special journey of faith as when you met your friend, your boyfriend, your now husband. Could you explain to us a little bit that journey you had with him?
Ed and I met in my first year of college, almost 8 years ago now, I guess, and we're very different at the time, but ended up living right next door to each other, and then in the same dorm at one time. Did not get along at all because we were such polar opposites, but I guess due to proximity, maybe we spent a lot of time together, got to know each other, and then I convinced him to come home for Christmas, and I think that was the beginning of our relationship really there. And it's been a long 8 years, lots of up and downs, but we did finally get married last year in the Catholic Church. He decided to convert to Catholicism, and now we're happily married. Just made it a year yesterday, and have a house and good careers, and everything's kind of falling into place, and we have God to thank for that. And my mom always says God works in mysterious ways, and it's very true when it comes to our marriage.
And how was your journey of faith? How did the family help you to journey in your faith and to be attracted to the Catholic faith and to the Christian faith of your now wife?
I guess it started as respect for the parents of the house. Things as simple as when I first started coming around and they would pray before meals, you would partake to as best I could. But from there, I guess I saw how close-knit and the strong bond of the family, which is something that I eventually decided that is what I wanted for my future and my future kids one day. So I decided from there that I would make slow changes in my life. It was things as small as not smoking around the family, or watching what I say, or not drinking. That was more or less respect from the start, but to try and slowly change to be more of a better Catholic, I suppose, or just become a Catholic at that point. And as things progressed, nobody ever asked me to change, and nobody ever forced it upon me. It was decisions that I wanted to make myself, just to become a better man, and hopefully one day have a family as strong and close as this one.
And so this love relationship felt from the family and also from your wife that helped you to want some changes in your life.
Yeah, it's she's been the best thing for me. There's no doubt about that. We've made a lot of changes, the both of us, from being complete polar opposites to trying to build a life together of some sort. But she's always been there for me, no matter what my question was, on whether it was how to distinguish what part of the Bible I should be reading, or how to know your verses from your chapters in a Bible. I had no experience whatsoever, so she got to be my sponsor through my RCIA program with me, and the family has always been there, every one of them, through any of the hard times in my life, and they've always been there to lean on.
Well, I want to thank you very much. We have seen that the fire of faith is alive in this family and in them, and how they kindle that fire by this unity, this family life, this wanting to be together, loving one another. And I think this is what the church is inviting us to do. This is what I would like to do in many of our parishes. As we call our parishes the family of families, we would like to see that happen in our parishes. And for this, well, we need different programs to help to encourage, to support, and to understand some of our children as they people as they journey through life. And this is why we need your support in this Bishop Appeal of this year. Thank you very much. God bless.
You and I, we have a light to shine, hiding somewhere in our hearts. Man and woman alike can bring new life to the dark. Can you hear him calling in the name of truth? He says, stir into flame my gift in you. We are the light to shine. We will set the world on fire with color and love, gifts from the sun. We will burn so bright, sharing goodness and life. We are the light. 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 We are the light.